Hey everybody, I am going to read a book to you and it is called Our Tree Named Steve. It's one that I just really like a lot. It's written by Alan Zweibel and illustrated by David Cottrell. So here we go. The AR number is 84072. That's 84072. Dear kids, a long time ago when you were little, Mom and I took you to where we wanted to build a house for us to live in. But in order to build there, men had to come and clear the land. I remember there was one tree, however, that the three of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying. Lindsay said it looked nervous. And Sarah who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree and called it Steve. I love you, Steve, she kept saying. And then Adam and Lindsay started saying it. And before too long, Mom and I got the hint and asked the builder to please save Steve. So you can tell which one is Steve. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. You can see Steve there, and there they are moving in. He quickly worked his way into our lives as a swing holder, a target, third base, hiding place, jump rope holder. So we have a swing holder, a target, third base, jump rope holder, and whenever our dryer broke down, he held our underwear with pride. So they strung a rope up there to hang all their laundry on. And even the dog has some on his head. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird-looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life, through all our barbecues, campouts, and dance parties. So the kids are in the tent, Mom and Dad are dancing. Or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our every need. So here they are underneath the tree, and you can tell even some seasons are changing as well, can't you? As the kids are growing up, times are changing, huh? And it wasn't always easy, standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. Or when Uncle Chester napped in the hammock, couldn't possibly have been fun. Boy, he's a big dude. Not to mention the time that the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked up all the smelly water before it drowned Kirby. Do you know what a sewer is? That's like where you flush, all the water goes when you flush the toilet and all the dirty water from the sink in the shower and bathtub. Not good. So check out all that stinky water. And Steve the tree sucked it all up before Kirby drowned. Now, who do you think Kirby is? Can you tell by the picture? The dog. Then Steve got so sick himself that the tree doctor had to give him a haircut that made him look like a big thumb. Look, he cut off all his branches. Kind of looks different, doesn't he? Got really sick. Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, in a world filled with strangers, the peace that comes with having things you can count on and a safe place to return to after a hard day or a long trip. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. Now, take a look at this picture. So there's the kids and Mom and Dad. They're all going to take a family picture around Steve. So who's writing this letter? Oh, that's right. Dad's writing the letter to all the kids. So a storm hit. Oh no. What do you think might happen in a storm? Can you make a prediction? Have you ever had something happen in a storm? In fact, there was a storm last night here. This didn't happen in my yard. Uh-oh. And though we spared Steve's life a long time ago, this time we couldn't save him. Look what happened in the storm. Oh my goodness. Steve is all broken. That's really sad. Notice where he fell. Look, there's branches on the house. Which way did Steve fall? Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments, when he could have fallen on our house, Sarah's swings, Kirby's house, or Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And friends like this are hard to find. See, he didn't even fall on Kirby's doghouse or the swing set or their house. He fell away from it. So when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be able to greet you as he's done in the past. I'm sorry. But please know that Steve will always be with us in our hearts and in our thoughts. Look, poor Kirby, look how sad he is. You know, this makes me think of missing somebody that I care a lot about. You ever miss somebody like that? Yeah, me too. And it says, but know that Steve will always be with us in our hearts and our thoughts and in a different tree at the other end of our yard. See you next week. Love, Dad. Look. So here's where Steve was. But look what they did with Steve. They made him into a tree house. They took parts of Steve and they made him into a tree house for the kids to play in. So they'll always have Steve in their hearts, in their minds, and to play in another part of their yard in another tree. Isn't that sweet? I just love this book. I just think it's so sweet. I just make so many connections with this book because I have 3 kids, just like this book has 3 kids, and I had a dog. His name was Winston, and I don't know. I love doing things with my kids like that, and making memories and having a safe place for my kids to come home to, and I just made lots of good connections with this book, and I hope you guys can too, and I hope you liked it. Our Tree Named Steve by Alan Zweibel, and loved illustrations by David Cotreau too as well. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.